Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Detroit! Here we go now.
Here's Lawletta now on second. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
This is 3rd and long. Here's Lawletta. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Here's a first down run with Collins. Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Second down, Collins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Here's Cooks on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lauletta. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 1st down, Rudolph drops it underneath for Collins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Brian Orakpo in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. And he's going to go down again. Gerald McCoy in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Cooks flashing the footwork. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
A give. This is Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, here's Kamara. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Walletta on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
Walletta looking to throw on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Walletta will look to throw. Trots this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Again, Walletta. He's got it! And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago.
Over!
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Their fullback try and push the pile. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Alfred Morris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And got his man complete. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That good for 19 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the red zone now, Rudolph finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Out of the gun, Rudolph. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Hard throw, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He'll get this one to Galladay, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run there.
Now Lawlett on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw, Lawlett. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They snap it to Lauletta. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Leopard!
They run with Collins. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Man open, it's Moss complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Leopard!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. Here's Rudolph. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On second down, here's Lauletta. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And they'll throw again with Lauletta. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. A final shot before the break for Lauletta. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you cross. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Rudolph now to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Brian Orakpo in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Orakpo. In there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Taking it about the 36. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Lauletta. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Damon Harrison in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Lauletta now on 2nd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Detroit!
The shotgun snap to Lauletta. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And bulldozing his way through. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the red zone now, Lauletta. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Out of the gun, Loletta. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Rudolph. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rudolph. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now Rudolph on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hopkins. And out of bounds right around the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Justin Ellis in on the stop. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. A give left side to Collins. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jabal Sheard in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, here's Lauletta. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. The Seahawks on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Lauletta to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Jabal Sheard getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Gone!
Lauletta. And the pressure gets to him again. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Back to throw, Lauletta. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some split.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now here's Lawletta. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lawletta, he'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge...
Oh, no, he lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now it's Lawletta. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Emerson Griffin in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. here. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go again with Collins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give to Collins. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Collins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it.